In a distant universe, there is a planet known as Inferno. On Inferno, there exists a variety of different intelligent life forms, all with the capabilities to evolve and form their own civilizations. The first life forms to complete their evolution and successfully form a civilization were the animals. Evolved crocodiles, antelope, mice, elephants, and many others came together and founded the great animal kingdom. Led by the noble lions, the animals prospered and lived in peace for thousands of years. But their peace would eventually come to an end when the bloodthirsty Thal carved out the first axe. Consumed by their primal need to dominate all others, and convinced by their god Karn that their purpose in life was to achieve glory through conquering the planet, the Thal clans launched a truly endless campaign against the Gak. At first, the peaceful and spiritual animals fell victim to their warlike enemies as they had no combat experience or weapons of war. Wishing to defend their sacred homeland, the Gak animals developed their own weapons and formed a powerful military, pushing the Thal back into their rocky homeland. Although they refused to give up, the Thal were discouraged and unable to make significant progress against the animals. Instead, they chose to focus their attention on a neighboring race still in the process of developing their civilization. The weak and still uncivilized humans were easy targets for the bloodthirsty Thal. They slaughtered and ruthlessly butchered the humans, ransacking their land and enslaving much of the population. Faced with the possibility of extinction, the humans began organizing themselves. They poured all their energy in developing their own military and weapons. The humans were eventually able to push the Thal back to their homeland for the second time. This military revolution would also spark the completion of humanity's evolutionary process and would bring about the beginning of the Vulcan Empire. Just like they had with the animals, the Thal continued to launch assaults against the humans, but this only further fueled the human civilization's development, and the Vulcan people would eventually become the most technologically advanced race on the planet. Sprawling cities, complicated government systems, economies, and armies of men covered head to toe in plate armor would define the Vulcan Empire. But their forced evolution had its consequences, for a population boom and unsustainable reproduction rate would become a significant problem for the Empire, and the limited real estate it controlled. While simultaneously holding off the Thal, the Vulcans began launching invasions against the Great Animal Kingdom with the aim to colonize some of the kingdom's vast land and mitigate their population problem. The early invasions into Gak territory were overwhelmingly successful, and the size of the Vulcan Empire doubled in a few short months. The newly colonized Shrouded Forest drew the attention of unlikely suitors. The wealthy elite had grown tired of the congested Vulcan mainland and yearned for a more open area, not burdened by an overwhelmingly large population of peasantry. But moving to their new rural home didn't diminish the hatred they had acquired for the common citizens. The wealthy elite looked at the peasantry as though they were a virus, wishing to endlessly populate and consume the planet's resources. To make matters worse, many of them were being given the opportunity to attain levels of power once only reserved for the wealthy elite. Something needed to be done to stomp out the roaches. The wealthy elite decided depopulation was the answer, but not just of the humans. Everyone needed to be cleansed. To accomplish this, they would need a limitless army, and so they began practicing necromancy, eventually forming the Covenant of Necromancers. By channeling dark energy from the cosmos, they were able to reanimate the undead to fill the ranks of their army. But the zombies were useless without obedient souls to possess them, so they struck a deal with demon spirits from the non-physical realms who were obsessed with consuming the energy produced by fear. In exchange for their obedient service, the necromancers promised the demons ample opportunity to cause the widespread fear they salivated over. Endless ranks of undead were unleashed on the world, and the Covenant of Necromancers would not stop until they cleansed everyone and everything.